Living in this big house is just getting to be too expensive. I've decided to now live in a van down by the river.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're watching Videobob. Aren't you?
I bought this 1995 Chevy G20 van off of Facebook here in Las Vegas. And, you know, look at this thing. It's the shitbox edition. Girl was living in the van. She said she was living in the van, moved here from Arizona. And she very stupidly moved to Las Vegas so that she could pay $1,500 a month rent. So she has, you know, she's not bright. Because if she had simply cleaned the van, she probably could have got a little bit more money for it. Take a look at this thing. This is a combination of black tape and spray paint and what in the L? What she didn't even take her shit bucket out of the, I'm gonna throw up. Okay, look at this. Bondo City, right? If she had the van repainted, great job by the way. Had they just gone in from the other side, right? They could have just knocked the dent out, you know, but instead they just bondoed over it. We're gonna fix this, all right? This is gonna be fixed. Oh look, there's a dance floor. Okay. She has stuffed what is apparently, oh look, fiberglass insulation in a van. Brilliant. What a genius. And some siding and then some stickers. She put up some stickers. Living in the van, shitting in the van. This is all going to be cleaned. If she had simply cleaned the van and taken some honest pictures, she probably could have got double what I paid for the van. I got it for a good deal. And I don't want to say how much I paid for it. Okay, I paid $3,000 for the van, which actually, there's some of you out there that are going to say, Bobby got ripped off. But you want to know something. These vans are very, very rare. They're very hard to find. Hippie's getting ready to clean it. This is a 1995, meaning that it's the fuel-injected V6. And here's what makes these vans great, right? They will crank right up and run perfectly, and I know that you could drive this van anywhere, anytime. Now, this was some sort of a utility van because it has this flashing light up on the top. Can't really see it too bright, but anyway, it was used for utility purposes. Does not have air conditioning, which that kind of sucks. Doesn't have the option. These vans didn't come with those options. They could be ordered. You could custom order the van. Hey, use the oh, is that the filtered one? Okay, yeah. Never mind, sorry. I couldn't see it in your hand. Oh, look, a fridge seal. Anyway, so these vans were plumber vans, electrician's van. They were utility vans. They were cheap. They were just metal boxes. They had a heater, usually not even a radio, or maybe an AM radio or an FM radio if you were lucky. If you had to custom order it if you wanted things like electric windows, locks, air conditioning, anything like that. They did not have an option for interior walls or headliners. That's why companies like Regency would do van conversions where they would go buy one of these and extend it. They'd cut the roof off, put a topper on it, put in the interior panels, but you could never buy the interior panels. They didn't come. They eventually started putting like plastic door panels. Well, I think only the Fords had that, you know, had those internals. But it's a good van. Now, it's the same as my Scoob van over here. Zoinks, my Scooby van. Same exact van. That's a 1995. Now, that's a G10 Shorty, okay? Now, the thing is, it costs like 10 grand to paint a van and put graphics on it. Something like that, you know, because that thing's painted inside and out. But believe it or not, that's the same exact van. And that's what I'm going to do with this one. And we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to probably Scooby the van, I would imagine. Well, I'm still playing around with what we're going to do, but we're going to fix the bodywork on it. There's not really rust on it because it's an Arizona van. I don't know what we're going to do about this window, but it just needs a little bit of love. It's got some Bondo filler on it in a couple of places where they could have fixed the dent. I've talked about this in my other van videos lots of times before. The reason there's a dent here because people don't know how to close the door. This latch is meant, see what happens is you're supposed to close the door and people will push there and dent the van. You're only supposed to let, you know, this isn't working properly. That's why there's a dent. This should suck the door in, and it's not working. See? Because this pin is hanging. When they fix that pin, it'll do that. We're gonna fix all that because we know how. But, you know, why on earth somebody who's living in a van would move to Las Vegas, one of the most expensive places there is to live? I'll never figure that out. Anyway, so this is just going to be added to the saga of stuff that we're doing around here. So poor hippie's got the job of cleaning that thing out. I'd say most of that's trash. Yeah, that's trash. And all the flowers, all flowers are trash. She's got vines hanging up in there. Any kind of little decorations are trash. Anything you find under there, you're not gonna find any money, I assure you. No change under the seats. I'd wear gloves, honestly.
Just getting the basic trash out before I start fucking cleaning.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Hey, that shit bucket, you can take that home with you if you want.
What shit bucket?
You didn't see the shit bucket?
No, I'll leave that for you, Bob.
No, that's for, well, you've been complaining that we didn't have a 5-gallon bucket. Well, now we do. So if there's nothing in there, we just got a 5-gallon bucket. But if there's anything in there, open the lid, see if there's anything in there. I dare you.
Yeah.
Let's check the contents of the shit bucket.
Feels empty.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Is it empty?
Empty.
Oh, it's never been used. Okay, so just take the lid and throw that in the trash, and now you got a 5-gallon bucket.
All right.
That's a great 5-gallon bucket. Thank God.
Yeah. All right.
What's in the basket over there?
You don't want these hooks?
No. Well, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, save them for the
Put them in
garage.
there. Yeah, put them in the garage. I just don't want them in the van. What's in the basket over there behind you? I've never even looked. I've never been in the back of this thing. No, the basket right next to your foot.
Oh, your TV, your remote control, and
Oh, that was probably for some LED lights.
phone charger, maybe.
Oh, that's a good phone charger. We'll keep that. That's a USB-C charger.
Yeah, it's cord to it too.
Yeah. Well, that's the wrong cord, but that's trash. All right, this is trash. I just want that. That's actually a really good charger.
You don't want that?
No, I mean, it might go to the radio or something. I don't know what it goes to. Well, let's save it just in case. So when you empty out the glove box over there, we'll find out. Something like that we'll keep, because that's a great charger.
Right. Okay.
That's nice. And then the fluids, if there's any fluid that's worth a damn, we'll keep that.
Here's your side mirror.
Oh, there's the other mirror. Well, I already ordered a whole set of mirrors, so
Did you?
you can order brand new mirrors for $100.
Yeah, look, there's all my window blocking,
Oh yeah,
so you can sleep at night. And
yeah. She told me there was a problem with the brakes, and I wish I'd have taken a picture of this because she.
there's 10 cents back on your.
There you go. You keep that. She was pouring the fluid on top of the rubber seal of the brakes, and that's why the brakes weren't working. I took the seal off, cleaned it, put it back into the lid, filled it up with brake fluid. The brakes work fine.
Tape. You want that?
Nah, probably trash. I do want to keep that tire and tire cover though. Obviously, that's pretty cool. Those are some kind of straps that she bought. Are they bungee?
Hey, you can have some of her underwear.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I would. If you saw this chick, you wouldn't be doing that.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like jumper cable bag.
Jumper cable bag. That's trash. No jumper cables. All right. Have fun.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll leave that open for you. Catch the breeze. Doesn't stink too bad.
No.
Yeah. Well, you know, she. There's her sock.
There's another one.
Yeah. I mean, you know, she. Yeah. Poor hippie, making him do all the dirty work. That's his job. He has to do all the dirty work. And we've been in here working on one of the Rolls Royces. I now have 3 Rolls Royces in my collection. Been working on the Corniche convertible. So yeah, in another video that we're doing on this, we're working on the keys and the locks. But we've been cleaning. I gotta say, this stuff here, tough stuff, good stuff, working well. I mean, there's so many cleaners out there on the market, but that's been around for a long time, and just has done miraculous on the seat. It really, I mean, I've been cleaning. It's hard to tell on this light, but that's so much cleaner. You know, when I did a demonstration for him. I mean, he had already cleaned the ever-loving hell out of this. But just as an example, we'll take this stuff to the other side here. And this is not a paid endorsement for this product. I'm not getting paid for this stuff. But, I mean, now that has wear on it, okay? So, you know, you're seeing leather wear. But just in a few minutes of scrubbing, sorry for the shaking of the camera, but you know, you can see that that's clean. And then, now that's a bad example because there's a lot of wear there, but geez, look at that. I mean, like, I don't know if you can tell. Let me see. How dirty is this to the camera? Like, that's kind of dirty. I don't know if you can tell how well it's doing. I just spray that on there like that, nice and thick. And then you take this horsehair brush I got from Chemical Guys. Of course, I'm not using their product. I'm using some other product. But, you know, their stuff is expensive. That can of stuff was cheap. I like Chemical Guys, but gosh darn, they charge a lot of money. And they have good stuff. And I know that there's a lot of, you can see the pooling of the filth. And the brush really does a good job of agitating into the leather grain. I don't know if you can tell on camera how much cleaner that is. But good God, that looks fantastic. Like, if I get close, there's still dirt in there. When you get super close, the camera's literally laying on the grain at this point. So you could see a little bit more agitation, and that's where the brush comes in. So we're gonna do this entire car that way. We're gonna remove all this wood. This wood's gonna be sanded and recolored and re-cleared. The dash and everything. I guess we're probably gonna end up just taking the door panels apart. We're gonna remove these mirrors, these door handles. There's not a lot on the car really that you have to take off. You know, but all this is coming off. Like, this is badly swirled. You see? So all this is gonna get polished, removed, polished. Probably, I might end up painting the car. I'm waffling between wrapping it and painting it. Wrapping it's going to be way cheaper, but I'm like, you know, for double the money, I paint the car. You know what I mean? And I literally just thought about just taking it to like Mako. Like Mako, their ambassador paint service, like one of their top paint services is about like $3,000. It's really about how well you get this prepared. If we get it prepared well enough and paint the car, then maybe it'll come out good. And then with a decent cut and polish, you can get a fairly decent paint job. Is it as good as a Rolls-Royce paint job? No. But, you know, I want to kind of do it right. So if we sand this thing down enough and get it smooth, I think it'll turn out right. I think this car is way more savable than I thought it was. And so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more Rolls-Royce Corniche content. Thank you to Gary Mavers for talking to me. You know, I would love it if he would come here and work on the car. Gary, you're hired. So anyway, so many more Rolls-Royce videos coming on that car. Trust me, that's going to be quite the project. In the meantime, we're going to be working on this shitbox edition van. Free candy. Let my buddy Jerry use it to go control the high school. Free candy. I live in a van down by the river. Living on a steady diet of government cheese. All right, anyway. I've said this a million times, you know, if you wanted to be in the car flipping game, if you want to sell a car, just effing clean it. Just clean the car. If she had simply cleaned the van and taken a couple of honest pictures of it, I think she'd have probably got $5 grand for the van. I gave her 3. And you know, I didn't even haggle with the price. She was obviously poor. She needed the money. She was living in the van. I didn't try to beat her up because, quite frankly, I was like, you know what, just here's the 3 grand. And I said to her, I go, you know, I'm being nice to you, right? Does anybody else come and look at this van? They're going to blowball you and talk about all its problems. But I'm literally giving you like $500 because no one would pay you your asking price. I'm giving you charity right now by paying you the full amount. And I know that's kind of a elitist attitude, but it's the bottom line, you know, because I took it right over to my buddies, and Mike's dad, Jeff, was like, oh, I looked at that van. And I said, no. I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, of course, look at it. I go, I know. Oh, that's much better.
Huh?
That looks way better. This thing looks fantastic.
Are you filming?
Yeah, if she had just cleaned the thing out.
I found the remote to the stereo, so
Oh, wow.
I don't know what this one goes to.
It's got a remote stereo. This is going to need some liquid encouragement. All this dust, right?
Yeah.
So I would get in here with a nice wet just sop these seats down. Just this whole dash, just get it wet. You know, don't hose down the radio, obviously. But, you know, with all this dirt, we want to undirt this thing.
Yeah.
This thing has Arizona dust and you know.
And just so you know, these are live.
Ooh.
And
Don't touch those together.
Here's your light that goes in there.
We'll stick the light in there.
Well, it's gonna stay on while I got all the doors open.
Oh, that's true. But you know, we could eat.
Well, it was taped up here.
Yeah, but if it touches the body, it'll arc out. So you know, if you just put the bulb in it, So all right, so I need to go order. So look, she put a battery-powered little puck light in there. Oh. So this is the kind of thing. I mean, we can leave that there, I guess. But I just need to buy some of these little plastic things. Oh yeah, that's right. She told me she had a tracking device in here. Look at that. She said it was a subscription-based thing. So anyway, I don't know if she wants this back. I own it now. It's got a magnet on it. I should.
Yeah, it was stuck to the wall right here.
Yeah, we'll find out more about it. She had a tracking device on it. Okay, put that in my pocket. She'll know where I am. But yeah, like all these like armrests and stuff. Get that tough stuff that we were showing with the Rolls Royce. I bet you all this will wipe right off. Look how they tried to fix this. But you know, obviously they're putting their shoe or putting a bag or in there.
Oh, it's just all fucked.
What's going to eventually happen though is we're probably going to we're going to take this whole dash out, the whole doghouse. This is all going to come out. I do this on every van.
All right. And
you know what? Leave that there because I think that's genuine for right now. However, we will use that Icon razor scraper to scrape all the crud off of those windows over there.
Okay.
There's a razor scraper that we'll use for that. But eventually, anyway, this whole thing is going to come out, and this is all going to be cleaned and then painted. Because that's what we did on the Scooby-Doo van.
Floor rust over here.
Oh, yeah, I know. They fixed that. See what we did. I'm just going to show.
With a black piece of duct tape.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Just to give an example while we're on the subject here. See, this has all been painted. Not very well, but, you know, we're going to do a better job of that. What was you saying? There's some rust? Some duct tape rust? Anything good in this box? You got a mirror, some chargers, some fluids. Wait, Nevada Classic Vehicle. Did she get this for this van? I need to ask her what that's about. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. The old duct tape over the rust in the floor trick.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to fix that. That'll be an easy fix. And then we're probably going to order a whole new floor for this thing, actually. There's going to be quite a bit of restoration happening. We need to check and see what kind of goofiness has been going on here. So we'll probably get new seat covers, have these redone.
Yeah, I don't know.
This thing is loose.
I don't know what all these wires are hanging over here.
Oh yeah, wires.
Yeah, coming from the end.
It's probably just nonsense, you know. Trying to find
Like 2 wires right there.
two. Oh, right there. Oh yeah, that looks like probably speaker cable or something. We'll figure it out. It's probably going to the radio or whatever.
I mean, everything's fucking cut in this.
Yeah. We'll go through all this. It's looking way better though.
She must have had a cat.
She had something.
Either that or she's eating cat food.
She might have been. She lived in a van.
Down by the river.
I don't know if there's any rivers in Arizona. Is there?
There's a couple.
The Colorado. No, that's here. I don't know which rivers are there. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. It'd be easier just to mop all this up.
Yeah.
Need to almost take that seat out. It's loose. Could be rust. Could just be bad bolts. You know, you always look up underneath these things. Nothing there. Let's see what's underneath this other one. It's in actually good shape. I mean, yeah, the van is 30 years old. Let's see what's under here. Oh, see, here's the computer.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, well, that's the van computer. Yeah, we need that. Don't take that out.
Alright, I washed it. It's clean.
Uh-oh. So see how these, that tough stuff, that'll clean up these. Look how disgusting this is. This, ugh. But like that stuff will clean all this up. Now,
Yeah.
obviously this is all taped up and she had seat covers on it, but this thing is loose. Need to figure out why it's loose.
Probably rushed the bolt
It's,
out.
well, yeah, there's no bolts in it. There's only like a couple bolts on the other side. You don't need a lot of bolts. We're missing a hubcap. We do need to figure out what's going on with this coat hanger exhaust. Oh, it's got a giant hole in the back. That's probably... Well, at least it's in the back. Yeah, it looks better already. I like it. Look, ventilation. You want me to open these vents for you so it'll be a little cooler in here for you?
No, I'm alright.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So I'm kicking myself though for smelling those panties.
How were they?
Yeah, they like a seafood buffet, man.
Yeah. Great. Here's some. She was issued some diflucan, which is an anti-yeast. I recognize it. Don't ask me why. She was checked for chlamydia, gonorrheal vaginal specimen, vaginitis. Yeah, that's an anti-yeast. She had a serious yeast infection. How are those panties again?
Like a seafood buffet.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I wonder why, because she lives in a van down by the river.
With a yeast infection.
She bacterial vaginosis. All right. Let's see. I didn't put her name on here, so, you know. Imagine that. Lives in a van, shits in a bucket, goes in for a yeast infection and gonorrhea. And you're over here sniffing her panties. I told you, don't do that.
You didn't tell me until after, and
But you should just know.
you didn't-
I just told you this chick lives in a van,
It was-
shits in a bucket, and
it
you're
was-
sniffing
it
panties.
was a funny joke at the
It
time.
was,
It's
how
not
funny is
so
it now?
now,
How
yeah.
funny is it now?
Yeah, you notice I got the gloves on now, right?
If she had just cleaned the van, we wouldn't be talking about any of this right now. She would have got more money. There you go. And this is why you like, share, and subscribe to the Video Bob Show. You love it.
Bob, you're an idiot.
Find any mushrooms growing in there? Don't eat them.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Videobob because I know where you live, bitch.